Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. And today, I want to share with you guys another product by a company that I reached out to a couple weeks ago. And they were nice enough to send me 4 different bars of their soap. And the company is called Duke Cannon. Now, you might be wondering, why are you reviewing soap? Well, I kind of get this idea to start reaching out to companies who make bar soap. Now, I know there's lots of shower gels out there, lots of different shower gels you can go and buy right over, to one of your, brick and mortar, big box stores. But what I found when it comes to bar soap is that there's not a lot of stuff that you can just get that's more masculine and manly. Most of the soaps out there are unisex, and they're really more of an aquatic scent. They're more freshy kind of soaps. And there's nothing wrong with that. They are designed to get you clean and to remove sweat and odor and skin cells and there's nothing wrong with those big normal brands that you'd expect to find in any of those big box stores. But I prefer to have something that smells unique. And as a man, I like to smell a little more sophisticated, a little more manly, and a little more exotic. And I do feel like those bar soaps tend to cater more towards just being very safe and geared more towards really women. There's more bar soaps out there that are geared towards women. I mean, if you really look at the bar soaps that are available for men, I think Dove makes a few. It's like more of men's style. They really are more of just a slightly toned. They really are. They're not much different than what you'd expect just a regular generic bar of soap. And so I got a bar of soap for Christmas, and this is what kind of sparked the idea to start reaching out to some companies for bar soap. Now, you can get a lot of great Axe scents, okay? Whether you're an Axe fan or not, they do make some really great smelling products. But they don't make any bar soap, at least that I'm not aware of. And the problem with shower gels, I find that they just don't last very long. You have to use a loofah. Otherwise, if you put them in your hand, they run down the drain. I tend to not. I like a bar soap. It lasts me a really long time, and I can really lather it all over my body and get a lot of product on my body to ensure that I'm clean. Put it on a loofah if you want. Put it on one of a shower puff. I just feel like I get a much better experience with a bar soap. Again, I have gels, but I tend to not really use those all that much. So my thing was, for Christmas, my wonderful family, I guess in one of the, like a Ross or a TJ Maxx, I found just like a generic bar of soap as a stocking stuffer. And it was huge. It was a 10-ounce bar of soap, which most bars of soap are 3 to 4 ounces. And it was like only $3 or $3.50, I think. And it smelled like one of my Calvin Klein fragrances. It was masculine, manly. I think it was like some sort of like a bourbon soap or something like that. I kind of forget the name. I threw away the package. It's around something. Well, the soap's in the shower. But anyway, I was like, gosh, I would really like to actually use soaps that are more geared towards being manly and smelling manly. And so I found this company, Duke Cannon, and that's what they do. They make themed soaps. They have tons of different bar soaps in their lineup, and the one I want to share with you today, they call it the big ass brick of soap. And as an example, here is one of the boxes. Now, a little hard to tell on a YouTube video. This is 10 ounces. And again, your regular bar of soap you're going to get from a store is 3 to 5 ounces. This is huge. And so it's going to last a really long time. And the price point's great because it's like you're getting 3 bars of soap for the price. And you're getting something that's going to smell different and not like every other guy out there or every other person out there. So as far as the different soaps that they have, I'm not going to go into every single soap, but just to give you guys kind of an idea of what they do, they're themed soaps. So they have one here called Victory. It's like a World War II brick of soap. And they kind of, they have a World War II big ass productivity wins. It's got like a guy with a plumber's wrench. They have a fresh cut pine. They have like a couple axes on it. They have Old Milwaukee, which is a beer scented soap. I didn't try that one because I don't really like the way beer smells. But I'm sure I'm sure it's decent. But they have a big ass Ghost Recon limited edition. So they have many different hunting and fishing. They have a brick of soap, a scent eliminator for if you're a hunter, cold shower soaps. I mean, all different styles of soaps. I encourage you to click the link and just check out the different types that they have. There is something for every guy out there. So I reached out to them, and they were nice to send me some of the ones that I thought were interesting. So I want to share with you guys today. This one here is their big ass bourbon soap. And so this one here has, it's made with 90 proof straight Kentucky bourbon. There's a little bit of information on the ingredients. And of course, kind of a write-up about the theme and what you expect to get out of the soap. But that's the bourbon soap right there. As far as if they, let me see if they have any kind of notes on their website here. So the unique oak barrel scent is masculine and outstanding, but yet not overpowering. And all these soaps are not overpowering. They're very mild. You'll smell them in your shower without even going into the shower yet or using them, but you're not going to come out smelling like you doused yourself in cologne. You're going to come out smelling fresh, clean, but also different than you would from using like your standard aquatic style soap that's just, I mean, in all the grocery stores, big box stores. And it says, yes, we really put Buffalo Trace bourbon in the soap. And does it benefit the skin? They say, we have no idea, but it makes everything better. Bourbon makes everything better, so why not? So they are really great smelling soaps. Again, that's basically oak and bourbon. And if you like fragrances that kind of have that bourbon boozy sort of appeal to them, you're going to really appreciate this soap. The other one, I think my favorite one of the four they sent me is this one here. This is the leaf and leather. And so it is exactly what, what it says on the box. You have kind of more of a Western theme. You have a guy on a horse with a couple lever action rifles. This is definitely, if you could associate a cowboy. You have that leathery kind of saddle smell. Leaf of being outside, the outdoors. A very woodsy, outdoor, masculine, almost like what you would expect from like I said, a cowboy on a horse going through the woods. The leaves are getting stomped on by the horse. You have the smell of nature, the smell of the woods, and of course that leather note from maybe some chaps, the saddle, maybe a gun holster, or even a guy wearing a leather jacket on a motorcycle. This is my favorite one of the collection, or of the soaps they sent me. And it just smells fantastic. It really takes me back to like the fall, honestly. Just right off the website here, and the price on these is about $9.50 to $10 for a 10-ounce bar of soap, which is really, you might say, $10 for one, but it's like getting 3 bars of soap. So the price point is really pretty decent on these. Again, right off the website, this one's $9. You can actually subscribe, I guess, to their service as well, and you get it for a 10% savings of $8.10. This one here, Duke Cannon would rather explore the Great Plains on horseback than navigate the parking lot of an outlet mall in a compact car. It's a great wide open. It's in the great wide open about 1,000 miles from the nearest food court, where a light breeze carries a scent of old leather mixed with fresh rolled tobacco leaves. Take a trip back in time with a nice masculine scent that didn't involve citrus fruits, flowers, and experience the all-American made soap inspired by leaf and leather. In a nutshell, that is, I couldn't have worded it better myself. I'm going to close on that with this one. That's what you're going to get out of it. It smells fantastic. Again, masculine, manly. That's the vibe here. And they do have ones that aren't, but that's what I requested because that's what I tend to gravitate towards. Next one here is a Duke Cannon big ass brick of soap called Campfire. And this is exactly, again, what it says, what it's themed after. This one gives you that, just a smokiness that you expect from a campfire. This definitely, for whatever reason, reminds me of October. I kind of picture like going camping, me and my buddy, going out on the boat, being on the islands, campfire going. You have that smokiness to it. Definitely something that I think is a great soap to layer or use in conjunction with a fragrance like Imaginary Authors' A City on Fire, where it's very smoky. You have that, just smells like you've been in a campfire, but again, mild. Like you're not going to, come out of the shower smelling like you just sat next to a campfire. It's very mild. It's very woodsy. It's very outdoorsy. Again, it reminds me of October, the fall. It really is a fantastic scent. And as far as the notes on what they say about it, and I'm reading this to you guys because I feel like they do a really great job at describing what they were going for in the soap. And it's obvious by looking at the package, but this is what they say. Duke Cannon's idea of a great night does not involve going to that fancy vegan juice bar downtown or binge watching vampire dramas on the internet. No, Duke Cannon's perfect night is under a starry sky by the light of a glowing campfire. where stories are told without emojis and memories are made without selfies. Experience a rich scent of fresh-cut hickory and celebrate a return to the basics with a large American-made soap inspired by the burning wood of a blazing campfire. That's what you get. Features a warm, slightly smoky scent of fresh-cut hickory. Awesome. Awesome. All right, so the last one I want to share with you guys is their big-ass lump of coal. And they say here this one smells like mischief and shenanigans. And this is a sort of like a charcoal soap. Activated charcoal is kind of like the rage now. They have it in face care or lotion. They have it in body wash. They have it in face wash, teeth whitening, toothpaste. Activated charcoal is definitely something that they've been using. It's kind of what is the word I'm looking for? It's kind of hot right now. Everybody and their brother is getting activated charcoal. They're using all different kinds of products, and man, I think it's cool looking. I think it's definitely something that if you're a guy who likes also like the way you're, let's just say you're not as, I guess, and this might sound a little odd, but let's say you're a guy who's, I don't know about you guys or you gentlemen out there, but I love, decorating. I love having my home look a certain way. I take real pride in keeping things clean and organized and having my home as an expression of my style. And my shower, I know it's just a shower, but I don't like to see when I open up the shower door, a fluorescent green toothbrush. I don't really like to see a, aqua-colored, clear, translucent body loofah, or shower puff. I kind of like things to have a certain look, to be themed. And I like black when it comes to that stuff. So, like my back brush is black. My toothbrush is black. And although I have a lot of different soaps I use, I think that if you're a guy who's looking, or especially if you're like staging a house and you're, you want to have a certain look, again, I know it's kind of a little bit extreme because most people don't care about what their bar soap looks like in their shower. But if you're going for a black theme, this is perfect. This not only looks sophisticated and classy, it smells great. And so a little bit about this particular one. Let's see here. And they make a few different dark soaps. Ooh, I wonder if it's sold out. This one might be gone. I know this one was, I've heard this one's pretty popular. Let's see if they have it here. Heavy duty soap. Yeah, this one's sold out, guys. Not available. I kind of figured that. Well, I'm sure you can Google it, but I'll read you what's on the box. So it says here, and I like the fact that it's just kind of similar to what like some of the niche cologne houses do. They have kind of a story with their scent. It's not just sometimes about what's in the scent, but about the story. Imaginary Authors is a perfect example of this, how they have a story behind each fragrance. So legend has it St. Nicholas used to reward misbehaving children with bundles of twigs and bags of salt and strings of garlic. Considering these alternatives, a lump of fossil fuel doesn't sound half bad. Duke Cannon honors the holiday tradition with this big-ass lump of coal, a premium soap formulated with activated charcoal and featuring masculine bergamot, black pepper. It's the best way to clean after mischief and shenanigans. So pretty cool. They theme them, and black pepper and I forgot already. Black pepper and bergamot. Bergamot's in one of the most used notes in many fragrances out there. It smells fantastic. Bergamot, black pepper, you really can't go wrong. It's very mild in the black pepper. I don't think you're going to really smell this and say, ooh, I can really pick up the black pepper. I don't think it really has a heavy spiciness quality to it, like when you think of colognes like, what's the word, 1 Million, the colognes like Spice Bomb. They're very, very spicy. A couple of the John Varvatos ones, you definitely have that spice to it. You can instantly pick up that pepper note. This is very, very mild, almost non-evident, but it still smells great, and I think it'll look great in your shower. So that's about it. That's kind of what they do. Themed soaps, themed cologne, themed products. It's a great company. It's definitely a company that, sponsorship or not, that I will be back to purchase more or to purchase something at a later date. I love their hair care products. I love their shampoos. They really make a great product, and it's a product I'm surprised that you don't find in some of the big box stores because it's that good. It's really geared towards men and just smelling great, unique, different, and awesome. So check them out. If you do make a purchase, let me know. I'd like to hear about your thoughts and hear about what you may have purchased. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel. Once again, I want to thank Duke Canada for their generosity and sending me these awesome products. I love smelling great, so getting stuff like this just really puts a smile ear to ear. So thanks again, guys. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more. You guys have a great evening and take care.